Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, in my last two videos, I've been building an army, but every army has an enemy. So in today's video, we'll be revealing who that enemy is. For the legs of my base trooper, I'll be using Wolfpack Renegade legs from the most recent CMF series. I'll be using a torso from the CMF Bounty Hunter several series ago, as well as a helmet from him. I'm also giving him a jetpack and dark orange arms. I won't be revealing any lore about these troopers until the end of the video, so stick around for that. For the base melee weapon of these troopers, I was inspired by the Praetorian Guard from LEGO Star Wars and his weapon. I'm building the same weapon, except for I'm going to use dark orange and black instead of pink and black. And there you go, there's a finished trooper with his weapon. Now we can move on to the hover drone. I'll be starting off this hover drone by building up a base frame that is 6x7 studs. No, that is not a brain rot joke. I started this development without realizing what dimensions it was going to be. After that, I'll put a ball joint on each corner. These ball joints will later hold the engines that make the drone hover. Next, I'll add this dark orange 2x6 plate to the middle of the frame. I'll then add a 2x2 round brick with an axle hole in the middle of it to later mount a weapon to the middle of the vehicle. I'll also use this 2x2 black inverted slope piece to round off the back of the vehicle. Next, I'll plate off the top of this drone with two dark gray plates. Now we can start working on the actual top of this drone. I'm using a 2x6 black in the middle of it, which will be covered up by everything else, and then I'll put slopes on the sides of it to give a nice round shape to this drone. I'm using two 1x2 snots to put on the front of the drone, which will later hold the actual face of the drone. I'm also going to use two 2x2 slopes to round off the top of the drone. I'm using two slope pieces to smooth off the top of the drone, as well as using a grate piece and this jumper plate piece to add a little bit of creepling. I'm using two 1x1 cheese slopes to fill in the corners of the drone. The face of the drone is just comprised of several slopes placed at different angles, as well as a 1x1 circular translucent red tile to make up the eye for the drone. Flipping over the drone, I'll make sure to leave a hole for the stand of the drone to fit into, as well as sloping off the bottom of it to make it look nice and smooth. I'll also add a splash of dark orange onto the back of the hovercraft. Then I'll leave a hole for the weapon to go into. Now we can work on the engines for this thing. I found that there's an interesting groove on the hubcap piece in LEGO. You can slide this Technic wheel right into the groove, and it makes for a very interesting look. I'll also use this translucent dark red cone piece to look like the actual fire coming out of the engine. These dark gray Nexonite shield pieces add a nice point to the bottom of the engines, as well as nailing in that sci-fi aesthetic. Just like on the last tank I built, this binocular piece looks like a great grenade launcher. For the main weapon of the drone, I'm using this auto-canon that I'm mounting into the hole that I left at the bottom of the drone. The way that I've mounted it gives it a really nice range of motion. It can point backwards, forwards, up and down. And that's pretty much the finished build. Bear in mind that for the showcase I haven't given any lore yet, so while I'll give you some stats about the vehicle, it won't actually be any lore. Simply designated by medium hovercraft by soldiers, this drone packs a serious punch. Armed with a 20mm autocannon, it's capable of destroying armored trucks and even light tanks. The secondary grenade launchers on top act as protection from large amounts of troops, or they can throw a smoke grenade for a quick getaway. The drones have been clocked at speeds of 40 miles an hour, but no one knows how fast they can actually go. So there you go, that's the finished drone build. This drone was designated as the medium hovercraft by soldiers. Designing and building this thing was actually really easy. I spent one evening sitting down with my parts and just putting together parts that look good, and then I got this. I had a lot of fun designing the minifigures. I think the silver from the CMF Bounty Hunter's torso complements the chainmail from the Wolfpack Renegade's legs really well. Now, as promised, I'll give you guys a little bit of lore. I don't have anything built to give visuals for the story that I'm going to be giving, although I plan to be building some of that later. For now, just enjoy random pictures of vehicles that I've been building. Okay, so first I'll set the stage. This story takes place on Earth, but far in the future. In the year 2065, Earth had its biggest war yet, in which practically every country got involved. The war ended in a clear victory, and the world lines were redrawn, and the world shrunk down to just 4 different countries. Then in 2152, the Fourth War began, and after its end, Earth became one single country. The year is now 2178. The Earth is now starting to run low on natural resources, and mines are getting dug deeper and deeper. But there was one central mine. This mine is set into a massive mountain, and it is the deepest and most productive of all the mines. In the cold winter months of January, the mines go silent. Production stops. Not a single employee who was in the mines comes home from work. When the local authorities go to investigate, they don't come back. A small force of the world's military is sent. Just a couple of soldiers, some light tanks, and some light trucks infiltrate the mines. A panic message is sent out from the mines and then goes silent. The connection underground is bad, and only a couple of phrases make it through. The phrases are, Mayday, they're overwhelming. Unlike anything we've... Last of Us. Call for reinforce. At this point, human leaders are panicking, and this is where we are today. A camp of soldiers has been placed around the entrance to the mines. Several scouts have been sent down into the mines, and they've reported seeing truck-sized drones and humanoid figures wearing some kind of armor. Little is left of the military after so many wars, and much of it is needed to keep the peace in other places of the world. The military is spread thin, and whatever is down in these mines seems to be quiet for now. And that's about all the lore that I had planned for this video. Thanks to all of you who actually stuck around to watch it. Stay tuned for my next video for when I'll be building a troop transport for my military. Until next time everyone, happy building.